your WWF news of a Monday morning. Mass immigration. It's been in the news. We have witnessed all events in Belfast. And these are the consequences of this phenomenon which just accumulates in Western countries. The fact there's a language barrier, cultural barrier, and these people who do not seem to accept, the rules of the land of civil cohesion. We have seen many barbaric things happen to people, Italy, France, and in Ireland. And one would have thought, what about the government? What they're doing about? They're absolutely doing fuck all. They're just only encouraging this type of phenomenon with, they call it a two-tier system. You're treated in a certain way and they are treated in another way. But in a real civilised world, everyone's treated the same way. That's what they've been professing for years. But the tables are turned. We seem to be the outcasts of society, and them seem to be the victims. This is all a typical invention of the globalists, the establishment, the Illuminatis, whatever they're called. They are behind it. They are fueling what they call this type of hatred and violence going around. And people do not seem to understand. We had people like, I don't know whether I mentioned so far, what you would call it, Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage, Robert Lowe, and the most famous British politician of all time, Enoch Powell. His historical speech, The Rivers of Blood, what really exposed this phenomenon, because at that time it was only the beginning. And he knew it. The way the things would continue would even get more worse. And so, this is the situation. Like I said, you would have thought the politicians, do something about it. They're just only favouring these people. And then excuses, they will replace the workers who went in retirement, they'll pay the pensions, they are resources, they're qualified people. It's none of that what the left has been saying it for years. It's all bullshit. And more and more people has come. And there are parts of Europe which are already, difficult, degraded areas like Belfast. Belfast had the civil war for many years between the Protestants and the Catholics for years and years and years. And at the end of the day, the war stopped. But there's another war on the doorstep, what happened in Belfast, which sparked off a whole series of events. You are witnessing something a bit like the IRA coming back, but this is the Irish Citizens Army, which is a very antique, militia. And on the web, they are beginning to make threats to the powers that be if they're not doing something. Otherwise, they'll take their hands in. The people will take their hands. No, they'll take the thing in their hands, which they are pushing people to do so, because the governments are complicit in this, because they're not doing fuck all to stop it. Too much chit-chat, diversity, equality, inclusion, all that bullcrap does not work. And the evidence is there. Every single case has been in news involving one of these invaders, upon a local, whatever country it is. For example, Italy, February, there was a case of a lady in the suburbs of Florence. She was beheaded, and they discovered this chap wasn't illegal, had a whole series of convictions, arrests, and even problems with mental health. But the most amazing thing is, a few days before he decapitated this homeless German lady because she knew her, probably in that area, if not wrong, in a car park, he was threatening passers-by, I don't know, with a weapon, with a broken bottle, with a knife. The police were called, the ambulance, and they had to put him in under sedation. What do you call it? Has to be under sedation, yes. It was put under that, calm him down. Amazingly, they only kept him for one day and they let him out. And probably that day, he encountered this lady. He done what he done. This type of decapitation is typical in the ritual in a Muslim culture when they execute and kill someone, beheaded. And it's not just the government, police, and that. You even got mass media, which is all a part of this system. Gaslighting people. You know, when it sparks off these type of things, they always say it's a far-right, racist person who done it. When it comes to the truth and to the evidence, that's not quite the case.